Let's go round 2. Just 10 hours later. Told you it takes a long time to get a match in this league. I'm joking. I've been absent, and I wish I hadn't come back with a hand like this. Yeah, that sounds better. So, let's go. This is far more recent for those of you watching, as I assume you've gone straight on from video 1 to video 2 than tis 4i. But last I remember, this deck does nothing. So let's hope that continues. Re-what-val. Let's get some 3 drops, or just a land. Yeah, 3 drops good here. I'm gonna need to hit another land, but I trust me. I trust me implicitly. That trust is misplaced. But Colts at least buys us, hopefully, a card. So we isn't bloody anguished on making it. We should be fine. If we drew a white mana and did that and had it in hand. So we definitely block here 110% of the time. Well, that's not very good, is it? It's just not cricket. Bloodbriar is pretty good. I suppose on the upside we did get him to use an incendiary flow on an exultant cultist, so it's not all bad news. Heir of Falconwrath. Well, we can't ever beat that card, which is a slight bit of bad news. Swing. We've got to prey upon. Here's hoping, kids. I'm going to play the werewolf here, as I think Pack Guardian may get us. Like, we're probably racing here if he's got Heir of Falconwrath, so I think Pack Guardian may get a slight bit of extra utility when it does discard a land for a wolf friend. We're dead. And we can't read the flyers and removal. He has both, which is somewhat unfortunate and in many ways just not on. Lupine Prototype, okay. Well, with this in mind, I'm just going to play Reckless Scholar, as we just need to draw a land now. Dose and Perfection is our way out of this mess. Sure. Take the damage. No removal 1 time. Don't be that fucking smouldering werewolf, my friends. Oh, good, that shit. Landezvous, Landezvous. Right, everything changes now then, doesn't it? Already got a wizard, just need 1 more. Let's hope he doesn't have removal. Looks like he's got it. Weirded Vampire's not removal. Okay, things are looking good. Loot. Let's get rid of land, even with a Pack Guardian. Yeah, okay. I still think we'd rather get rid of the land here. I don't want to swing for. Don't want to trade 5 for 3. So we're going to Pack Guardian. Hopefully, try and do something here. The 2/2 is actually quite valuable in that it makes double blocking quite good for us. Yeah, just that right. Let's see if we've got anything. Nope. We haven't really got anything to stop this though. I'm just going to take it, I think. But then why aren't I attacking? But he's just got us. I just can't block here. Not if we've got another draw step to try and get something. Murderous Compulsion, that's pretty good. Thermo Alchemist, that's also pretty good. Right, that clock. I mean, it's a weak play not blocking, but he has something to attack like that, and that's our only win con, and only way out of this mess we find ourselves in. Well, if we're not blocking, we're attacking. We've got a nice little thing that can double block it. I think we just play the Forgotten Creation. And we're going to ditch Wharf Infiltrator for a random card. Okay. Opponent plays a land. He still has Boros Hostility or something in hand. Midnight Scavenger. What? So it was just a chump attack. Opponent's genius. He completely had me. Now we might be dead. Okay, well, luckily for us, Tangleclaw blocks two things. So let's think about this. So Tangleclaw blocks the 2/2 and eats it, and keeps the Lupine at bay. We've already been wrecked by opponent one time this game. Let's keep it to a minimum. This bro can block here, along with something else. And then we're taking 6, which is unacceptable. Okay, so this blocks here, along with this. This perhaps is best just to double chump, maybe. Yeah, and this can come out of here. So maybe this can double chump here and here. We don't necessarily want to lose this. No, we need to block. We need to... Okay. We need to block with the Forgotten Creation, or we're just going to be dead fairly quickly. So we're going down to 6. Lupine Prototype's active very soon. Again, I'm sorry, the tiredness speaking. Lupine Prototype is going to be swinging next turn. So this does clear his board nicely, apart from the 3/5 and the 5/5. The alternative is that we could block twins with a 3/3 and a 2/2 and keep it. Actually, that's just a better block, I think. So get rid of the twins. Tangleclaw blocks here and here. Bloodbriar unblocks here, and Bloodbriar blocks here. I think that's probably the best we can do. Okay, go. And I wish I blocked with the Docent. That air attack was something I was just not expecting. As in, him to bluff there. I don't think anyone ever bluffs there. Oh, this is great. He's leaving alive the Sculpt creature. Nope, he remembers not to. Yeah, it doesn't matter which water Tangleclaw blocks. Okay, so he's got some creatures and we don't. This is bad. Vessel of Nascency. Suppose we crack. I do want to play this first. It's a block out. I'm just going to see if he plays this card on. So let's be at the beginning of combat. So we can't attack. So then I see whether or not I have to crack Vessel immediately. If he just plays his card out, which I assume he will, we're in a whole heap of trouble. But then Vessel can, but then I don't need to crack Vessel instantly because he needs to just attack with the Prototype. I'm not stopping him attack with the Prototype. So what I'm trying to convey here, poorly. If I'm just thinking about whether or not it's lethal, it probably is. Let's see what he does. Oh, okay. Well, that's incredibly good for us. It could have been 30 million times worse. Yeah, well, in itself is not great. So we just trade Bloodbriar and Wolf, right? I think an attack with everything was kind of like he'd lose one thing, we'd have to chump the rest. Whereas here we just lose one thing. And now we have out. We have turns to draw an out. Hermit of the Natanals is a card that we can play. So we can't swing. We can't skulk in. Let's just play this and say go. And we've got slightly better blocks now because we can eat something. Well, we can eat the Aetherite, trade with the weirded vampire, and chump the scavengers. So he's got Sorin or Nahiri, one imagines from this. Come on, bro. Let's get us a card of value. Yeah, it's not it. Let's swing for 3 if we have to do something. Trading with anything's absolutely fine here. Okay, I'm going to play the land, because next turn if we draw another land we can just play it pre-combat, flip the captive and try and get in. So we've got Prey upon as an out, and Drag Under sets back the Alchemist a turn. Now, Drag Under's probably win us the game actually. Gruff Rats, yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? Yep, let's see if he knows it's lethal. When they're drawing well, they're drawing well. I suppose he did draw a lot of lands before that. So we lost. There's no easy way to admit that, so I'm just going to deny and say we won. I didn't see anything that particularly... he's got a few kill spells, but I suppose turn aside actually protecting our docent protection isn't the worst thing ever, given that it is our win con. Wolf Infiltrate seemed bad against the Thermal Alchemist, but that's about... I'm still going to play it. We've got the discard value from the creation of the Scholar, so there's some point to playing it. I don't think I want to keep... I want to cut any of that. Maybe I'll just cut Hamlet Captain. There we go, that card's crap. I don't think his deck's quick enough for us to just have to play a random 2-drop here, as in, I think it's cuttable. Okay, let's go. And try not to lose. Try not to lose, bro. We've lost. No more this time, my friend. We're going all the way to 7-card town. Let's get rid of this chat. I'm in no mood for jibber jabber. Opponent's mulled. Didn't work out well for us the first game, did it? He's probably a pro though, isn't he? So we're leading with Warfare, looting till our heart is content. Actually, it's a pretty sick curve. We can just draw lands. Well, there's our removal spell. Don't play Alchemist, don't play Alchemist. Okay, I suppose that's acceptable. By gum. Let's try and find a land. Success. Leave a Prey upon. Score. Never lucky. Red, black, white. I'm just going to play Exulting Cause this tip. As the alternative is do nothing. Come on. Let's just draw lands and win this one. He's thinking, he's thinking. Do we have another flow? Are we going with it again? Okay, Splashing Anguish and using it on a cultist has worked out really well from here. Let's hit another land, please. Sure. On the upside, opponent's out of premium removal and he's missing land drops. No, it's hard to take that back. I mean, Anguish isn't good making, it's not a terrible splash at all. Really don't want to play Docent without turn aside protection up. I just think that's very important here, given that he does seem to be a removal based deck. I'm just going to play Byway Courier. Works well with It's the Horrid Swarm. We can potentially protect it with turn aside, although I'm not sure that I will. Depends on the severity of the card he's playing. Is he going to be... Okay, well, we're fucked. Yeah. We're not fucked, but it's not looking good, is it? Fingers crossed for a land. I probably still won't risk Docent, but it'd be nice to just get one. Boon of Emrakul. I am going to turn that aside because I think he's running out of removal as he's used it all on our corrupt creatures. And I really want to be able to emerge off this. Also, it's a curious thing to Boon of Emrakul, given that he can just safely attack past it. I suppose we're trading 3 for 3. Livia's Dragoon, sure. You know, I'm keen to not make that trade, as I really need to play this emerge card. Okay, this should buy us a decent amount of time as we can trade with the twins or simply just block it, and it forces the Dragoon to fly over. We can't protect Docent anymore, but given his willingness to throw around removal spells here, I'm hoping that he's out of them. Otherwise I'll be incredibly salty and have a bit of a cry. Yeah, I think we had this one if we'd just drawn more lands, but alas, my luck is terrible. I've only opened one Liliana of the Veil. Who could ever be so unlucky? Okay, well this is really good for me if he's trying to get in 2 damage here. I would much rather he does that than play a Merge with Axe, which could be some of a problem. I suppose he's just trying to get rid of his cards. No, we're going to slam it. Slam that Docent. And let's just hope he hasn't got any more spells. So we can prey upon something next turn, start the wizardry, and thus end the wizardry, as that's about as deep as it runs. Stormkirk Mentor. It's not teaching me anything, mate. So I assume we just trade the It of the Horrid Swarm for this here. Okay, well, I'm not going to forget to block with the Docent this time. Of course, of course. How foolish I was. I think I have to block here and jump the twins, although that doesn't really work long term. No, I think I'm going to block here and just take 5. I've got spells. I've got spells coming out of my ears. Yeah, I'm down with that. That's what the kids are doing. We've got chump blockers for next turn now. Right. So I think I just want to prey upon this Dragoon, get it out of my sight. This is the only way it can fly over the top. I'm just going to do this now. Sure. Yeah, we're in a good spot here. Swing! Perfect. Ideally next time we draw a land and everything's hunky-dory with Convolute Pack Guardian. This is the one turn we don't get to leave Convolute up. This is the one turn we're susceptible to removal, but I'm feeling confident. Nothing he could do will win him the game, unless he... He's playing Ruthless Disposal, right? Am I going to eat my words? Actually, even Ruthless Disposal's not terrible here. Sure, let's block. Right, that's pretty good. So let's just get in for 5. I mean, we could grapple and convolute it to almost have lethal. 6, not, actually that would be lethal. I really don't think I need to in case he's got a murder or something, though. Okay, let's just swing with Dose, and I can see myself losing this game in a very stupid way if I manage to do that. And let's just leave this up. Convolute whatever he's playing. Certain death, that's what he drew. And that's a game, my friend. Whew. My opponent's got a lot of removal, I'll give him that. Splashed Anguish is bizarre, but he has a lot of good removal. So turn aside is good here. Do we have Woodcutter's Grit? We do not. Never the luck, eh? Never the bloody luck. It's fine, let's run it back. Don't think he's got anything to punish our one toughness guy. Yeah, I think opponent's just content to kill our things as soon as they appear, so it's a good job we got loads of replaceable creatures. I suppose Re-what-val Mistress has less impact this game as he's killing with exile. Not just killing with fire, he's burning it to the bloody ground. It's a good hand, good solid hand. Let's hope Byway Courier lives. I have a feeling it will not. So I'm assuming we're going to grapple for something on turn 2. Well, seeing as I'm the one pressing the keys, we will be. That's not very good for us. Simply because I have no way of dealing with it. I suppose my way of dealing with it is just outrace it. Lupine Prototype doesn't do anything here, so that's pretty good. It will later, but alas, now is not later. Let's take the captive. Okay, the Courier is the logical thing to play first here. And I'm nothing if not a slave to logic. Assuming he doesn't remove it, which I think he will, preferably, but presumably with an Incendiary Flow, then you get to swing in for 3 and emerge from it. Weirded Vampire, okay, it lives. I do want to swing for 3 here because I'm quite happy to trade for the Weirded Vampire. And then play Re-what-val Captive, leave up Clue. Okay, I'm fine with that. We don't get the Bloodbire trigger here, but especially maybe we should just leave this. Okay, I'm going to play Bloodbire instead. I mean, it's good to get out of the Horrid Swarm, but that notwithstanding, that's a trade I'm happy to make. Five manas. What's he got? What's he got for 5 manas? Sickening. Sickening. That's fine. Another land. Never lucky. Sometimes lucky, but not today. So if we play the captive, I think I'm going to... Well, I think I'm just going to attack. So do I clue or do I swarm? I think I'm going to clue here. It's more damage now. We've got to play even if we brick. We do not brick. It's close to a brick though. I can play it next turn and emerge from it though. So we play 5, so we've got 5 mana. Next time we have 7 mana, we can play the Wharf and sack it, yeah. So the Wharf's going to get itself sacked next turn, which is probably the better most it's going to do this game. I hope opponent can't activate Lupine Prototype next turn, we might have to chump. No, I don't think I can do that. Dual shot. Okay, well, I'm glad it worked out this way. So I presume we're going to have to chump here as he's hoping to empty his hand quickly. An interesting option. Fury Blade Vampire, I assume that's going to be discarding a card here. God, opponent's on the mono discard plan, right? No? Okay, well I can't really understand the dual shot then. Right, let's Wharf Infiltrator. Let's wave goodbye to Wharf Infiltrator. I could attack here, but if he's got an instant, he just blows me out by blocking with Lupine Prototype, so I'm going to choose not to. And now we've actually got things down, this is less of a clock. Anguished Unmaking on the Bloodbriar. Well, that could have got me a lot worse. Okay. Go. We can play another It of the Horrid Swarm next turn, then we can play Tanglecore and soon transform it. If I get a Prey Upon, I'm going to take care of that Alchemist prompto. Interesting deck opponents playing. I suppose Dual Shot actually has a place in this deck. Especially against us, we've got a lot of things weak to this. I think we're just going to be taking 4 from the Vampire, what he can't discard. No attack! It's nice. Nice to be me. Dragon is pretty good. But I'm just going to play It of the Horrid Swarm here. That way we can drag under the Prototype next turn perhaps and get in for a lot of damage. Also these infinite chump blockers help with a big 5/5, which has proven itself to be a pretty good card in this game. I think the opponent may be playing too much to try and get it to work, but it's working. Boon of Emrakul, sure. Yeah, so we're dragging under the Prototype here. Enables the attack. I suppose we could drag under anything. The attack's still on, but I like it this way. Let's play these bros. I hope he double blocks here. I'm just happy to get one of the weirded vampires off the weirded vampire off the board as is. I think that's kind of a mistake, if I'm honest, but I'm very critical of everyone, so it might be great. Because now we have a lot of damage on the board, and Tanglecore has to be blocked next turn, which means we have maybe lethal? We'll see. No discard, no nothing. Nope, sweet. Right, let's play a land. Let's transform this bro. Leave up turn aside, which we definitely have. And so he has to block this. I think we attack with everything, right? So he has to block the 4/6. So I assume he just shoves anything in front of it. He has to block the 2/4s. Okay, let's leave 1 insect back. Yes, so he has to chump the 4/6. If he wants to eat an insect here, okay, well, opponent was bored. Which is a shame, because I really wanted to think that through and bore us all. Well, on to the finals with this do everything deck. It does everything. Sort of, it doesn't actually do anything ever. But let's play it. Let's see if we can play it first. Takes a while to get games in this bloody league, but the fun we're having. Look at this board state, this is fun. I'll be quiet now. See you next round.